Hello and welcome to the State Draft. I am Purva Chitnis, special correspondent with ThePrint. Today in this episode of State Draft, we will be discussing about Kalyan Lok Sabha constituency and Thane district in Maharashtra. Why? Because all is not well within the ruling alliance, the BJP and Shiv Sena in Thane district. To illustrate that, let's take a very recent example. In the first week of February, BJP MLA from Kalyan East, Eknath Gaikwad, he shot at Shiv Sena leader Mahesh Gaikwad inside a police station. Now it is said that there was some land dispute between the two Gaikwads and there was some quarrel and some fight that was going on. And because of that, he shot at Mahesh Gaikwad. But he shot at him inside a police station. And just before his arrest, he gave an interview to a local news channel, Z24. And in that interview, he gave one statement. And I quote, Eknath Gaikwad says, Eknath Shinde is trying to establish a rule of goons in the state. If he remains the CM, then lawlessness will increase. He has made me a goon. Shinde has betrayed Uddhav Thackeray and he will betray BJP too. He has deceived me. Now this was a statement that Eknath Gaikwad gave to the local news channel. This was not an isolated event between Mahesh Gaikwad and Eknath Gaikwad. Now Mahesh Gaikwad is someone who's very close to Eknath Shinde, and Eknath Shinde is the sitting MP of Kalyan. So to understand all of it, let's first understand the history of Thane district. Now in 1966, when Shiv Sena was formed, just 1 year later in 1967, civic polls were conducted in Thane. The Thane city, it was the first time that Shiv Sena won politically. It won 17 out of 40 seats in 1967, the Thane Municipal Corporation elections. And since then, for Shiv Sena, Thane has been very special. And Anand Dighe, a very tall leader from Thane district, it's been said that he's credited to grow Shiv Sena's base in Thane. He was a very tall leader and held special place for Thanekars. He was what Bal Thackeray was to Mumbaikars, he was exactly what to Thanekars. Now, Eknath Shinde, in his own words, he's a disciple of Anand Dighe. It is said that Anand Dighe groomed Eknath Shinde. In 1980s, Anand Dighe was also the first Thane district Shiv Sena president. And his stature was so tall that in 2001, when he was in the hospital and he died out of cardiac arrest, the Shiv Senics got so angry that they burned some parts of the hospital and they went on rampage. So he was a very tall leader who groomed Eknath Shinde, and when Anand Dighe passed away, that's when Eknath Shinde and his stature started to grow. After his passing away, Eknath Shinde is said to have even adopted his style of functioning. Eknath Shinde also wears a beard just like Anand Dighe and also wears rings on his finger. So he's just trying to imitate what Anand Dighe was, and then he tried to take over Thane district. In the 1990s and early 2000s, when BJP and Shiv Sena were growing in the state, at that time BJP was second younger brother to Shiv Sena. But slowly BJP also started growing and expanding in Maharashtra. In fact, as Eknath Shinde was expanding Shiv Sena's base in Thane, at the same time BJP was also expanding its own base in Thane. In 2014, just before the assembly elections, when Shiv Sena and BJP broke their alliance for the very first time, that's when BJP sought the opportunity to expand its base further. Since then, in the last 1 decade, BJP has been expanding in Thane, and BJP and Shiv Sena at various points, the workers have been at each other, against each other, and the rivalry has been there. Now let's understand how Thane district is made. Now Thane district comprises of 4 parliamentary seats: Thane, Kalyan, Bhiwandi and Palghar. Now currently, Kalyan is with Shiv Sena Shinde. Thane is with Shiv Sena UBT, that is Shiv Sena Uddhav Balasaheb Thackeray, and the rest two, that is Palghar and Bhiwandi, are with BJP. Now if we look at the Kalyan Lok Sabha constituency, of the Kalyan 6 assembly seats, 3 are held by BJP, including that of Eknath Gaikwad, that is in Kalyan East. As far as the other 3 seats are concerned, one is with Maharashtra Navanirman Sena, which is eminence of Raj Thackeray. One is with NCP, that is Sharad Chandra Pawar, and one is with Shiv Sena. Now, this is how the district is divided. You can clearly see that there is BJP presence in Thane. And what the workers tell us is that in the last 1 decade, the BJP has been growing in Thane, and the rift in fact widened after Uddhav Thackeray formed Maha Vikas Aghadi with Sharad Pawar and Congress. So for the last 2 years during the Maha Vikas Aghadi government, that's when the bitterness between the workers of BJP and Sena grew. However, in 2022, when Eknath Shinde broke away from Uddhav Thackeray, that's when the BJP and Shiv Sena of Eknath Shinde came together. However, the bitterness was still there. Also, one thing to remember that the Thane Lok Sabha constituency, 6 assembly constituencies divided in Thane, out of which 4 are held by BJP, 1 by Eknath Shinde himself and another one by Pratap Sarnaik, who is a very close aide of Eknath Shinde. So, as I mentioned earlier, when the Maha Vikas Aghadi government was formed, that's when the rift between the workers of BJP and Sena grew. But Eknath Shinde decided to patch up with BJP. However, the bitterness between the workers is still there. In fact, last 2 years, when BJP started on with its Mission 144. Now, Mission 144 are those Lok Sabha constituencies where BJP wants to expand its footprint. In that 144, one of the Lok Sabha seat that the BJP had chosen was of Kalyan. Now, Kalyan is held by Dr. Shrikant Shinde, who is the son of Eknath Shinde. After the alliance was formed between Shiv Sena of Eknath Shinde and BJP, despite the alliance was formed, Union Minister Anurag Thakur had come to Kalyan. He addressed the BJP workers there and also asked them to start working on the infrastructure and other works so that the BJP can expand its footprint in Kalyan. That sort of kind of made the Shiv Senics quite jittery. And so last year in June, Shiv Sena put up an ad in local newspapers, a full page, front page ad in which it was said that Modi for India and Shinde for Maharashtra. And in that same ad, it was also claimed by Shiv Sena that Eknath Shinde's popularity as Chief Minister is more than Devendra Fadnavis. Now, this definitely did not go down well with the BJP. BJP Kalyan workers in that same month even passed a resolution saying that for their Kalyan seat, they would want their own candidate as in the BJP candidate, to fight that Kalyan seat. And since then, at multiple times, we've also heard Shrikant Shinde said that if there is a different candidate which is available within the alliance who can fight the Kalyan Lok Sabha seat, he is ready to step back. So you can see that not all is well between Shiv Sena and BJP. Now, as I also mentioned about the different assembly constituencies and how it is divided between BJP and Sena, some BJP workers also say that there is a credit war which is being going on. Every time a BJP worker in his own constituency, if he is supposed to inaugurate some or the other infrastructural work, at that time, Shrikant Shinde would always be present, which doesn't really go down well with the BJP because they feel that it is quite overbearing that in their own constituencies, Shrikant Shinde's presence is always there. Whereas Shrikant Shinde, being the MP of Kalyan, he feels that it is necessary that he needs to be there, he needs to be amongst the people to show them the kind of work that the government has done. However, at this point, the NDA has still not announced who their candidate is going to be for Kalyan or Thane Lok Sabha constituency. But it seems that there will be a hard bargaining between Shiv Sena and BJP because BJP feels that it is also ready to put up their own candidates in both these constituencies. However, it's very soon that BJP will come out with its second list of candidates and hopefully there will be the name of Kalyan or Thane Lok Sabha constituencies. Now, Shrikant Shinde, whether he will get that seat because he's a two-time MP. Remember, since Kalyan was formed in 2008 out of Thane, it was the first time that Kalyan became the Lok Sabha constituency in 2008. Since then, Shiv Sena has been holding that seat. First, it was Anand Paranspe of Shiv Sena who won the seat in 2009. Then since 2014, it was Shrikant Shinde who has been holding that seat. So Shrikant Shinde is a two-time MP. Whether he will get his seat or not, that is something we'll have to wait and watch. But that's all we have for you in this episode of State Draft, and that's how we explain that all is not really well between BJP and Shiv Sena in Thane, that is Shinde's home turf. This is me, Purva Chitnis, signing off.